Hi, my name is Akankshya Upadhyay and I am your English instructor. In today's class, we will learn how to write a CV. So let's begin.
CV stands for Curriculum Vitae. We spell it as Curriculum Vitae. And this is a professional writing where you list all your details and you send a copy of your CV, usually to get a job. So the first thing you need to do while writing a CV is creating the format. So the first point is the format. Go through several formats and see which one looks the most professional. Your CV is good if it's professional, so brainstorm about the information you would want to list. And then you need to know what about breaking the sections with a line. Basically, for the format, you need to think about everything. Next, you must list your name, address, date of birth, telephone number, and email at the top of the page. Put your name at the top and then your home address, then telephone number and email below it. So this is basically giving all your personal information. What you must do is list your name, the address, telephone number, and finally your email. So this is your basic information, the contact information. This is how the person going through your CV can contact you. After listing the basic details, go for creating a section for your education and qualifications. So the third one is education and qualification. The order of the list can be up to you. Be it ascending or descending, list them in a proper way. You can consider the name of your school, the date you joined, your major, and then the marks or average points. It's okay if you wish to keep the latest ones in the last. So what you need to include is the name of your school, the date you joined, and the average marks. So this is an example. Here you're stating the name of your school. That's, for example, Deerwalk Learning Center. And then the date you joined. So you joined from March 2016 to June 2017. And your average marks. So you obtained 75% on the evaluation. Now once you're done with education and qualifications, you would like to go to the work experience. In this section, list all the related work experience you have. List the name and location of the company and the years you worked there. Start with the most recent job and work and then go backwards. If you have a long list of work experience, only put the experience that is related to the job you're applying for. So if you're writing a CV for news reading on a television, try mentioning those work experience that you have in the sector of media. So for work experience, list the related work you've done and start with the most recent job. And after you're done with your work experience, you shall now move towards the skills and achievements you have. Now this is the section where you can list the things that you accomplished at your previous job. And you can also mention the skills that you could have and you have developed through your experiences. So you can mention the skills that you developed, the rewards that you got. You can also list any of your published work or the lectures that you've delivered or classes you've taught, etc. And after you're done with listing your skills and achievement, the final thing that you list in your CV is the references. You must keep the people you have worked with in the past as your reference. Your reference can be your professor, the head of the company, or the principal at school. But make sure your reference has seen you work and they support the good points of yours. You should always let the person know about you keeping him as a reference before actually listing him. And while listing their names, first you need to write down their full names and then the contact information of the person. Now once you put your pen down, make sure that you review and proofread your writing. So the most important and final step is to proofread. Check your grammars and the spelling errors. And once you're done with this, you're ready for a very good CV. Now we will write an example and understand how it actually works. So first we will list the personal details. And here we have listed them. So the name is Akankshya, and then the address, it's New Road, Kathmandu, Nepal, and the phone number and email address. And similarly, after that, we go towards the academic qualification. We go towards listing the academic qualification. So here I've listed the most recent one on the top. So Bachelor's in Social Work from GHI Institute, which is in Chabel, Kathmandu, and it's running. So this CV states that you are a student who is currently taking the course at GHI Institute. The second one is 10+2. So this is from Higher Secondary Education Board, and you are graduated from XYZ College, Delhi Bazaar, Kathmandu in 2014. And finally, at the bottom we have School Leaving Certificate from ABC School, Mitra Park, Kathmandu in 2012. Now once we're done with academic qualification, we'll go towards the work experience. So here you're writing about the work experience that you have and the skills and achievements that you have. So in the work experience, you are stating that you are a social worker. You are a social worker in Regional City Council from November 2013 to present. And then trainee social worker. So this is another work experience that you have, and you had that at healthcare provider in 2013. Similarly, for your skills and achievements, you were the winner of Best Member of ABS Organization for fiscal year 2015. So this is your achievement. Also, the Best President Award for Social Service Club in 2016. So this is another achievement that you had. An organizer. Now this can be included in your work experience as well, but the skill of organizing an event can be shown in this section. So you can also mention the organizer in skills and achievements. So organizer of blood donation program in XYZ Institute in June 2016. So being an organizer means that it shows your skills about organizing an event. And once you're done with everything, you would want to mention your reference. So your first reference is Prakriti Srituladhar, who is the CEO of ABS Institution, and you are mentioning the email address and phone number of the person. Always try to keep at least 2 references. So for this time, the second reference is Biplav Shrestha. Biplav Shrestha, the CEO for Regional City Council. This is the same place where you work, and the CEO can be your best reference because the CEO knows how you work, and you list his email address and the phone number. And in this way, we complete our CV. So the homework for today's class is to prepare your curriculum vitae. For now, you can mention all of your skills and achievements and your work experience. However, if the curriculum vitae for a specific organization is asked in the question, you need to do it accordingly. For example, if you are applying for newsreading, try listing your work in the sector of media. If you're applying as a teacher, try mentioning your work experience of teaching. So in this way, you need to be specific. But for now, you can create or you can mention everything that you want. You can mention everything that you've done. And with this, we've come to the end of today's class. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or anything that you wish to share with us, please feel free to write to us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thanks for watching.